now for our second speech tonight, which I'm so excited about. This is one of my favorite things about Toastmasters, is doing your first speech ever. So we're gonna go ahead and call Michael up. Michael, come on up. So his speech title is called Insatiable. It's gonna be 4 to 6 minutes. It's his first speech. And Michael is a pharmaceutical sales representative, an actor, and a coach. His biggest desire is to be and to do it all before the curtain closes. Let's go ahead and welcome Mr. Michael.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, welcome. Yes, good to be here. Good to jump on in and do my icebreaker. My intention is really to drop in, just be with you guys, and just really share a piece of me, part of my life story, and connect. So with this question, who am I? It's actually been one of the most difficult questions for me to answer, period. I've had friends who, it seemed like from a young age, they seemed to always know who they were, like what their mission and purpose in life was. And I've been pretty envious, because my life really has been all over the place, as you'll soon find out. And the one thing I can say that I thought about as I was preparing for this is that even though my life has been all over the place, there's been 3 common values that have driven my life. The first is self-expression. The second is the desire to make a meaningful contribution. And then the third is the desire to be in authentic relationships. So we'll start with self-expression. I started my life, when it comes to self-expression, the first thing I did that I felt I was really expressing myself was actually being a visual artist. In 2nd grade, I was in this classroom, and I was the only black kid in the class, and it was a classroom full of Asian kids that were amazing artists. And I didn't understand why they were so good and I wasn't, but it brought this thing out in me that I wanted to be a good artist. I wasn't at first. It took me a while to develop, but eventually, I could actually show my work in class with theirs and feel a sense of pride. And that carried on all through high school, actually. My senior year, I won my school's art show, first place, and I was going to go to college. Well, I went to college. It was an art major at first, switched, and actually later became an English education major and a writer and such. So, but that was the first path. The second thing I did was I was a dancer, and this is kind of interesting because my family, I grew up in South Florida, and one of my first best friends was such a great dancer, and he tried to teach me some dance moves, and I could not do them, and it was humiliating because we go to parties, and I just could not dance. And so I remember just practicing, and it was just a simple move of this triangle thing, and it was like mathematical, I don't know, it was just I just could not figure it out. So I kept practicing, eventually I figured it out, and then dance became a passion of mine. I was on dance teams and performed, and that continued through my life, even up till my 20s, where I got into salsa dancing and performed around the country at several big events and such. So that was that pursuit. I was a football player. In high school, never played football before, accidentally showed up at football practice because I was going to play tennis with my pastor, and then here we are, there was football practice happening. My pastor was like, why don't you go try out? So I tried out, and I sucked, of course. I mean, I couldn't catch a ball, and I fumbled, and just didn't even understand anything about it. Worked really hard, and actually ended up playing at Florida State University. So I was running back there. Football to me was such a thrilling game because Like, I was a running back and carrying the football and having everyone chase me and come after me, and basically my goal was to not get tackled and score a touchdown. It was the most exciting thing in the world to me at that age. So, this story keeps going. So at 25, I got into acting, and actually it was earlier than that. I was 23, I got into acting, and been an actor since 23, so it's been about 15 years. So that's my journey with self-expression. My second item that I wanted to mention as far as value goes was around making a meaningful contribution. For some reason, I've always felt that life is incomplete without that. And so when I was in college, my biggest desire was, if I couldn't be a football player, then I was going to be a teacher, I was going to be a coach. That's how my life ended up going down that direction, of being basically an English teacher and a coach. And I did that for about a year, figured out that being a teacher was more about essentially being a classroom manager than it was and a disciplinarian than it was really about, being a teacher. So I had to get out of there. And yeah, I just figured there were other things in the world for me to do. The last value was around authentic relationships. I have not been lucky in love in my life. I've had a few girlfriends that I've definitely loved, and I'm 38 now, not married, no kids. There's a part of me that would like that to be different, and I know that there's a lot more life left to live, so that's going to happen. But the one thing I have been really fortunate with is having really great guy friendships, and that has been something that I don't take for granted. I have about 10 guy friends, and our relationships are amazing. It's amazing how, with the lack I might feel in other areas, it's really great to have just these deep, authentic relationships with these friends. So, in closing, what I finally have learned is that I have done so many things. I've been all over the place. I've tried to really figure out who I am, like an insatiable desire to figure out who I am. And what I finally have learned is that I am what I love. I happen to love a lot of things, and that's okay. And as long as I'm connected to what I love, then I feel like I'll always be on the right path. Thank you.